Hi everyone, Cinder89, welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. Oh, god damn it. This ain't a joke, you know. Well, we found him, but he's drunk off his ass. Was having his article rejected really that much of a shock to his system? He's just acting like the man he is. Men are pigs, after all. Hey. Though he seems to have forgotten that alcohol is a drink to be consumed, not a drink to be consumed by. You're one to talk. Don't they sometimes call you Bottomless Shara? Oh, please. Bottomless is much more suitable for a woman like Aina. I, on the other hand, can hold my liquor. No matter how much I drink, my face and my disposition remain unreddened. So don't you dare group a fun-loving drinker like myself in the same category as this clumsy lush. Oh, come on now. When you get drunk, you lose it completely, and everyone around you gets a heck of a show. Admit it. It's certainly true that Aina is like a bucket to share a sieve, but no matter how you look at it, they're both pretty bottomless. I'm sensing disrespect, children. Where am I? Good, you're awake. Sort of. Drinking so much is not good for your health, you know. Oh, my head. What the? You're that bracer trainee, aren't you? Oh, my goddess. The hell am I doing in Roland? Thought I'd made my way to Bose. What are you mumbling about, you sponge? You are in Bose, and so are we. Oh. Damn, don't scare me like that. That drunk, huh? Oh, I see you got a lovely lass with you. Name's Sherazard Harvey. The pleasure's all yours, I'm sure. I'm the mentor of these two. Sherazard? You the infamous Silver Streak by any chance? Oh, you humble me, sir. I take it you've heard of me then? Only rumors, I'm afraid, but yes, I know your name. You're one of the top young bracers, if I'm not mistaken. Some people know Sherazard too. Which means you three are here to investigate the incident as well, I suppose. Oh, you do have some brains left in there after all that booze. I'm impressed. You find anything out? We saw you by the mayor's house. You seemed pretty troubled. Damn, they saw that? Yeah. I was looking for clues. Couldn't find any. That's what I figured. Damned Army's regulations on the spread of information really restrict what I'm able to learn anyway. And if I try to consult General Morgan at the Hawken Gate directly, I'll be held up for inspection for who knows how long. Figured I'd at least try to score an interview with the legendarily voluptuous mayor, but a maid turned me away outright. And to top it all off, that useless girl kept screwing everything up. Everything! Now I have to agree with Nala on that one. Oh, great Adeus, tell me what I did. What did I do to deserve this shabby life? Well, you did try to do an exclusive on the mayor's chest. But if you want information that badly, we might share some of ours with you. Huh? We're actually investigating the incident on Mayor Maybell's behalf right now. So naturally, we've met with the mayor and General Morgan too, for that matter. Holy crap, you serious? Yep. Totally. Score! And the goddess gets a point. Blessed be the bounty of Adeus. Please, I beg of you, tell me everything, every last detail. We'll be glad to. However, aren't you forgetting something now? Huh? Heh. Information ain't free, you know. We'll scratch your back, but you need to scratch ours first. And get that look off your face. I totally did not mean literally. You want a mirror or something? My research funds are long exhausted at this point, I'm sorry to say. We're not interested in your money. We just find it fascinating that you made your way to Bose right after this incident occurred. Seems like you might have heard some interesting things yourself. That being the case... Ugh. And here I thought you were a nice kid. Turns out you're just a slimy little leech like me. I'll tell you what I know, but rest assured it's not big news by any stretch of the imagination. As long as it's related to the incident, no matter how trivial it may seem, I'll take it. Just don't be stingy. Give it to us straight, okay? Fine, fine. I'll tell you everything, on my honor as a newsman. Now that is something we know he takes seriously, so I'm gonna go with him on this. And news people should take that honor seriously to deliver the news. They're important. I got 2 clues to share, so if you're taking notes, I suggest you get out your pen and paper. Ready whenever you are? Man, way to go, Joshua. You're on a roll. Well, if he ever gets tired of being a bracer, we know he'll have a bright future in racketeering with those skills. Yeah, no joke. First clue is the form of an eyewitness report from the village of Ravenou to the west. Hey, we know where that's at. Talked to a villager who just came to Bose for a visit. She told me something very interesting. Apparently, she knows a kid who saw a huge shadow flying overhead on the night of the incident. A huge shadow flying overhead? Yep, airship, I told him. Maybe even that missing one. But the army checked it out and found absolutely nothing. Aw, you Minnie. You raised our hopes only to dash them straight away. No, that's good information. So you're saying somebody saw something, but it was probably unrelated to anything? That's what I'm saying. Warned you it wasn't big news. No, what if it was a certain other ship we've seen so far? And I went to a lot of trouble to get this sad morsel too, with what that information embargo in place and all. Well done. Let's hear that second clue of yours. Fine. Other thing I learned is that the military's intelligence division is on the move. Intelligence division? I've heard rumors about them. It's a new royally sanctioned branch of the army in charge of intelligence gathering and dissemination. That's the one, yeah. Supposedly, they're so elite they can even stand toe-to-toe with the royal bodyguards. The man they put in charge, Colonel Richard, is apparently quite the whiz-kid. With him on the case, they say this incident is good as solved already. Doesn't seem like your information will be of much use to us in our investigation. Oh, well, that's a shame. Sorry I couldn't help much on your end. Promise is a promise. I scratched. Now it's your turn. Of course, a deal is a deal after all. Joshua told Null all about the incident in Roland, as well as the information received from General Morgan. Kapuas? Sky bandits? Ransom demand to the royal house and the airship corporations? Good goddess, that's exactly what I needed. That's the missing link I've been killing myself to find. Caught your fancy, did it? Absolutely. I could definitely write my article now. Can't be wasting my time getting drunk here. I have to find Dorothy post-haste. See you later, you wonderful people, you. Bye, Null. Wow, his spirit certainly lifted fast. Well, he was chasing a big story pretty unsuccessfully until we came along. It's only natural. Glad we could help him out. Well, look at you. From Mr. I'll break your kneecaps if you don't talk to Mr. Nice Guy in under a minute. Talk about a split personality. Stop thinking weird things about me. I was just negotiating. A little give and take. Nothing more. A bad boy exterior with a good boy inside. Or is it the other way around? Either way, I'm sure the girls love it. Anyway, I guess we've only really dealt with scrupulous people thus far. We're pretty lucky in that regard. Start dealing with weirdos, and that's when you'll need to bust out some really questionable negotiation techniques. I just have a feeling that you have some stories there, Shara. Why were you looking at me when you said that? Anyway, that aside. Because, it gets to the point to where, we can use that stick of yours, Estelle. Just one shot to the knee. Anyway, was anyone else a little bothered when Nault talked about that huge flying shadow thing? That eyewitness report from Ravenou? I'd say there's a strong chance there was nothing to it if the army already checked it out. Yeah, but I mean, it's not like the army is totally infallible. Yeah, we've seen that. They could have missed something. It wasn't General Morgan himself after all, but one of his men. And some of those guys are pretty thick-headed. That is true. Probably worth looking into. Certainly can't hurt at this rate. You two are starting to get the hang of this, I see. I think that's a splendid idea. Let's head to revenue then, shall we? Got it! And so we shall. After picking up some information, let's see, we know the village is to the west. Now, I just kind of cut to the village last time. This time, let's actually take the, I'll actually show off the path. Now, the good thing is the signs will point you to where you want to go. And at this point, you've seen the enemies, and I ran into one. Gotta like the way the preemptive strike does. Okay, fine. Hit. This won't take long. $50. And as you can see, the rock pecker's pretty darn fast. It can outspeed Shara and Estelle, but as long as there's only one, Joshua can take care of it if he hits both times. Easy enough. Egg and a potato. Okay. If you look on the map, the path kind of curves around. Here you can see there's a Crone Trail and a Revenue Trail. So again, you can guess which one you want to go to. Revenue Village. So you just head north. From here, you can see that the village is just at the end of this path, but it is a long, kind of twisty path. Hello! Kind of glad I didn't cut. Huh? Who are you? Oh. Sherazard, is that you? Oh, this is an unlikely place to run into the Silver Streak. Right back at you. Thought you were in the Royal City. Are you here to look into the airliner incident? No, I'm here on some chump errands. Speaking of the incident, heard it was the work of the Sky Bandits. Anyway, if you're here on the job, then I guess I don't have to worry about it myself. Good luck to you. Is that all you've got to say? I'm sure you've heard that Cassius might have been taken hostage, right? Cassius Bright? Taken hostage? Don't make me laugh. That old man's not gonna get beaten by the likes of some Sky Bandits. Anybody saying that is severely mistaken. I'd like to believe that too, but I wonder who this guy is. I don't know. He seems to fit the mold for a bracer. By the way, heard those brats you got tagging along with you. Look like a bunch of newbies to me. Well, then I'm sure you'll be surprised to hear that these brats are Cassius's kids. Yeah, surprise, alright. These are the old man's kids, huh? Hard to believe it. Why are you looking at us like that? The boy with the black hair is one thing. This girl really looks like an amateur. Are you sure she's really Cassius's daughter? You want to try saying that again with my staff in your teeth? She's the bona fide daughter of Cassius Bright, and I have to warn you, her bite is as good as her bark. I'm just his adopted son. Is that a fact? Ah, well, it doesn't really matter. What do you mean it doesn't matter? Take it easy, Sherazard. Be careful not to let these brats drag you down. Yeah. Make sure not to rush into any trouble yourself, either. I'll keep those words in mind. By the way, Sherazard, was it you who took care of that monster into the mine? Yeah. Well, actually, it wasn't just me, it was us. I don't think any number of trainees would have made much difference. Anyway, good luck in your search for those Sky Bandits. Later. What's with that guy? It really pisses me off. I see. That was Heavy Blade again, huh? A gate, sorry. What a stupid name. A gate crosser, senior bracer in the Bracer Guild. He works in all regions and isn't affiliated with any specific branch. His massive blade is said to be capable of slicing a monster in two with a single slash. I'll just tell you right now, he's one tough customer. Whatever, I don't care how tough he is, he's still a rude jerk. Come to think of it, how does he know Dad anyway? When are you gonna get this through your thick skull, Estelle? Everybody knows your dad. Do you see how he was just like, ha! Captured by sky bandits. Yeah, right. When are you gonna get it through your head that your dad is a famous bracer? Like, we don't know the extent of his power, and I'm really starting to get curious. He seems to think highly of Dad's abilities, but even so, he didn't seem to like him all that much. There are a number of things in his past I can't go into, and those things are the reason why he feels that way about your father. I couldn't care less about someone rude like that. Anyway, let's hurry to Ravenue Village. Okay. And so we shall. There are a few enemies that you can see along the path. Also, you head up here. But they're pretty easily avoidable. They don't chase too much from what I've seen. Alright. Let's see what we can find out about the sighting. What do you suggest? Should we just go talk to all the villagers? People would be suspicious of us if we did that all of a sudden. See, this is where it would have been cool to have a, and there still might be if we start talking to people, a little bit of a split that we could have gotten more information since we've done the, since we beat the monster for them. Or could have just gotten the information easier. I think we should talk to the village elder first to see what he has to say about it. Okay. Like, I assume if you haven't done that quest by this point, when you walk up there, that's when it gets shut down because he killed the monster instead of us. That's just a guess. There's the Moonlight Path. Let's see, where was the mayor's house? Here, right? Yes. Or elder. Not mayor. Elder. Hello. I see you're all together. What brings you all up here today? Are you here for a visit? Oh, I hope that is. He's saying that he recognizes us. I really do. That would be cool. No, not exactly. We're actually here on business. Although, if it's possible, I'd really like a glass of your fruit wine. Things in the world never go like you expect, do they? By the way, I never got a chance to ask you until now, but you don't happen to be one of Agate's companions, do you? Well, we're all members of the same guild, but we're not companions exactly. We know him by face, and that's probably it. I see. So he's traveling by himself as usual, huh? Village Elder closed his eyes for a moment as a look of sadness passed over his aged features. Huh? What's wrong, sir? It's nothing, really. Please pardon my expression. Anyway, what brings you to this rural village of ours? Don't tell me that another dangerous monster showed up in the area. No, actually we're in the middle of an investigation concerning the missing airliner. We came here because we heard there was a report of some kind of sighting. Oh, I see. The rural army came here and investigated that the other day. However, they searched around the area and ended up leaving empty-handed. Really? Is that so? Well, what about the person who saw the flying silhouette in the sky? It was one of the children in the village here, a boy named Louis. He apparently saw some suspicious shadow making its way across the sky on the night of the incident. But he's a kid any way you think about it. He may have just imagined the whole thing while he was half asleep. Imagined it, huh? I guess the best thing we could do then is ask him directly. You're probably right about that. Thank you for your time, sir. Don't mention it. If there's anything else I can help you with, don't hesitate to ask. Okay. So, one of the kids. I think a lot of them were at the orchard. Or not, you know, fine, whatever. And go with this village. Blah, blah, blah. There we go. There is a fast forward there. You!
Huh? I haven't seen you guys around here before. Are you merchants here to buy fruit? Actually, no. We're here for a different reason. As a matter of fact, we're bracers. Bracers? You mean like a gate? I don't know. You don't look all that strong to me, especially because you're a girl. Why don't you tell me how you really feel? After seeing my great skill with the staff, do you think you can still call me weak? Wow, that's amazing! It's like a tornado! I hope you've learned your lesson that looks can be deceiving. Now, how about another amazing demonstration with my staff?
Estelle, be careful. Wasn't it just yesterday you hit yourself in the face doing that? Anyway, are you Louie by chance?
Yeah. How do you know my name?
We heard it from the village elder.
He said you saw some kind of flying shadow.
You think you can tell us a little bit more about what you saw that night?
Sure, if you want. The soldiers from the army already searched the place and didn't find anything.
That's fine. We're not worried about that. Do you think you could just tell us what you saw? In as much detail as you can remember?
Okay, I'll try. You see, I like watching the stars at night. So I often sneak out of my house at night to come here and look at the stars. The other night, when I was out here looking at the stars, I saw 2 shadows moving across the sky. Now hold on a minute here. You say you saw 2 shadows? Yeah, that's right. They were different sizes too, kind of like a mom leading a kid. 2 shadows, 2 sizes. That's consistent with an airliner in the Sky Bandit airship if you think about it.
Yeah, and the aircraft we ran across in the woods was definitely smaller than a typical airliner.
And the 2 shadows just kept on flying north until I couldn't see them anymore. So north it is. There's a trail that continues behind the village. Leads to an old septum mine which was abandoned some time ago. Soldiers from the army supposedly searched the trail but didn't come up with anything. That's why they said I must have been dreaming. Then they laughed at me like I didn't know what I was talking about.
Little boy's eyes started to well up with tears.
Aww. Enough of that. You're a boy, right? Boys don't cry. We're not like those stupid soldiers. We don't think you're telling a lie either, and we're gonna prove it. Really? Darn straight. You just leave it to us. No more crying, okay? Okay. You're a real nice person. As usual, she's got a knack with the kids.
Yeah, maybe it's a virtue.
Huh? Why are you looking at me like that?
It's nothing. Let's focus on the task at hand. Looks like we got stuff to do.
Right. Let's hurry and get onto the trail behind the village and see what we can find.
Yeah, I don't think you're lying either. Probably the army missed something. I'm willing to bet. Revenue trail. Now you've seen this, but I think we're gonna head to the abandoned mine. I don't know if we need to go anywhere else on this path. So I say we go straight to the mine. Oh, right, this way, yes. Over here. The thing I like about these enemies is they aren't... way to take a wrong turn. They aren't really aggressive. You gotta kind of get close to them for them to start chasing you. Which is nice if you just want to avoid battles and head up to the mine. Avenue Mine. Looks locked. Gate is secured with a heavy chain and padlock. This looks like the entrance to an abandoned mine.
Kind of reminds me of the Malga mine, except for the fact that it's all deserted. Seems that this place was abandoned quite some time ago. padlock and chain are rusted. Doesn't look like this gate has been opened recently.
Which means there's no possibility the Sky Bandits entered through here. I wonder if that's why the army never investigated the place. Yeah, but what if they had some secret entrance?
You're probably not going to find any clues searching around in an old mine, that's for sure. Huh? What's wrong, Estelle? Maybe it's just me. Do you feel any air flowing out of here? When you say out of here, do you mean the mine? Yeah, that's right.
Let's see. Wet the tip of his index finger with his tongue and held it out.
Huh?
You're right, Estelle.
It's rather subtle, but there is air flowing out of here. Just like I thought, huh? Sometimes your senses can be surprisingly sharp, you know that? Wonder if you get that from your father. My dad doesn't have anything to do with it. Forget about that. Aren't you more interested in what's inside this old mine?
Certainly a possibility it connects to somewhere. Probably worth checking out.
Well, in that case, let's bust this lock off. Hey, don't you even think about doing that. For now, we'd better head back to the village and talk with the elder. He might have the key. You're no fun, Shara.
Oh, sounds like a good idea to me. And we'll do that next time. I'll head back to the village, and we'll start by talking to the elder and see what he has to say. If you remember from the other side quest we had here, the trail had, or the mine had monsters coming out of it. Those monsters that we fought. So we'll have to see what the mayor says about giving us the key. We could probably convince him. Until the next episode, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you had a lot of fun. I even think we had a battle this episode. It was just running around. Go figure, that's gonna happen. But I'm sure there will be plenty of battles once we go inside the mine. Till the next episode, I'm Cinder 9. Remember to shoot for the stars and take care, everyone.